What's up, you guys? Slim here with a new video today. I'm here to bring you guys the next episode of Damn, I Miss This Deck. And this one was highly requested. And this is Jeff Jones' 2012 second place YCS Toronto Grandsoil Psychic deck. This was without a doubt one of the most innovative, never even heard of or thought of decks to just come on the scene at the time. Windups, Dino Rabbit, Inzectors, etc. Those were the decks you remember from 2012. But when Jeff took this deck to YCS Toronto, he ended up getting second place. Unfortunately, he lost to Windups in the finals. You know, Windups were at the point in the game where they weren't hand looping you, but they were going Magician Shark into Shockmaster turn one with back row and stuff and just calling spells or monster effects or whatever, and you pretty much just lost to that. And unfortunately, that's what ended up happening. But he brought this deck all the way to the finals, which is absolutely insane. A YCS finals, playing a deck of all psychics and all revolving around this one big guy, Grandsoil, the Elemental Lord. You guys know the Elemental Lords came out. There was Molten Glacier for water, Grandsoil for earth, the one for fire, etc., etc. But it was the fact that he took this deck all the way to the finals that really caught a lot of people by surprise. Jeff, of course, being one of the best, if not the best deck builders. I'd go as far to say is the best deck builder in the game, one of the biggest innovators in the game. It was not only the fact that Jeff Jones was playing this, it was the fact that he brought it all the way to the finals and almost won the YCS with it. But anyways, shout out to everyone who requested this deck. It's going to be really awesome to go over it, and let's just get into it. So for his monster count, he ran a pretty heavy monster count. He ran 2 Tragodia. Of course, back then, Tragodia was just huge. You know, Dino Rabbit could attack in with their guys. You know, you drop a big Tragodia, even a Logia is not going to stop it because you can just run it over. Just a solid card, very big monster. Grandsoil was the heart and soul of the deck, though, so if people don't know, in order to special summon it from your hand, you have to have exactly 5 Earths in your graveyard. With all the Earths you run, you can just manipulate it with the Psychics and whatnot, and some of the spells and what the trap he is playing. When it's special summoned, you can target one monster in either player's graveyard, special summon that target to your side of the field. So basically, it's a monster reborn. You can use either your graveyard or your opponent's graveyard. So basically, you get this 2800 Behemoth out, and then you basically summon another card, and it's just yep. It's I got 2 monsters. That's pretty cool. The only downside to this card is if it does leave the field, you have to skip the battle phase of the next turn. However, he said that really didn't even happen. He said this card never got outed, it never got bottomless, never got solemn warning. It was just crazy. So whenever this card touched the board, it was winning him the game. So I think it was really cool to base a deck around such a cool card, such as Grandsoil. For the rest of the monsters, 1 Gores, 2 Silent Psychic Wizard. I know a lot of you may not be familiar with Psychics. I myself was never really familiar with Psychics, but this card reads the level 4 1900. When it's normal summon, you can target 1 Psychic monster in your graveyard, banish that target. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon that monster banished by this effect. So basically, you kind of loop them where you summon this. Banish one of the guys, this leaves the board, bring the guy back. That's what a lot of psychics do. They kind of teleport in a way. I know it sounds kind of punny, but they do kind of teleport. They go from banish zone to the field to the banish zone, field to the graveyard, etc. So that was kind of the basis around the psychic monsters. 2 Giant Rat basically searches everything in the deck. He said Serene Psychic Witch, which he ran 3 of, was one of the best cards in the deck. It's like a Mystic Tomato. When it's on the field and it's destroyed and sent to the grave, it doesn't matter how it's destroyed, if it's by battle or whatever, you can banish the psychic monster with 2000 or less attack from your deck. And then during the standby phase, if this card stays in the graveyard, special summon the monster banished by this card's effect. So basically, this dies, stays in the graveyard, banishes a guy, and brings the guy back during the next standby phase. So that's pretty cool. That's how you get a lot of your synchro plays going. And then 2 Psychic Commander, another E-Telly target. Level 3 Earth Tuner just works with the deck to, make your powerful synchros. Also, you can do pretty cool things with this card. You can get over monsters by paying life points, and I mean, it's cool. It's mostly there as a tuner, I'm sure. Grand Mole was just a really solid card. They put up, any XYZ, any synchro, etc. You just Grand Mole it back. Solid card, Earth monster. Card Trooper, really good card, of course. Mill your guys, get your Earths in the grave, set up for Grandsoil, really cool. And then 1 Esper Girl. Esper Girl was when it's removed. When this removed from play card is special summon, removed from play the top card of your deck, face down. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add that card to your hand. So of course you could combo that with a Psychic Wizard or Serene Psychic Witch. Yeah, get the card when this leaves the board, add it to your hands. I think that's pretty cool. 2 Max C's. He used 2 in the main deck, 1 in the side at the time. Just solid card. He just didn't want to have 3 Max C, 3 Valor against decks that it's not that good against, so he put 2. He said Psychic Jumper was one of the next best cards. It was another Psychic. You could pay 1,000 life points, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, and 1 Psychic monster you control except Psychic Jumper. switch control of them, and that's pretty cool. So basically it was a creature swap. So basically you have another Psychic, you bring up Psychic Jumper, swap them. Your Psychics are all kind of floaters, so basically you take their good monsters, they take your floaters, you run your floaters over, you still get advantage, so it's pretty cool. And then to round out the monsters, 2 Valor to go with the 2 Max C. So those are the monsters. A lot of monsters, 25 monsters, but as you guys can see, you need a high Earth count in order to accommodate the Grandsoil, so it's pretty cool. To the spells, a 1 Heavy Storm, 1 creature swap. He said the card was good in testing, but after the event he wouldn't play it again. 2 Miracle Synchro Fusion. This was another card that he said when he was testing it, it was amazing, but he said through the tournament it was not that good. Basically, what you do is it's a polymerization for this guy right here, Ultimate Axon Kicker, and basically you bring it out by removing from your side of the field or graveyard the fusion material monsters listed on the monster card that lists a synchro monster as a fusion material monster, special summon that fusion monster from the deck. If this card is destroyed by opponent's card effect instead of the graveyard, you draw a card. So I mean, if you set it, they blind investigate, you draw a card. I mean, you use it to bring out the Ultimate Axon Kicker. That was pretty much it. It was just an added element to the deck. 1 Mind Control, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Pot of Avarice, 1 Monster Reborn, all staple. 2 Duality, see what you need. 2 MST, get rid of problematic cards. 3 E-Telly was a staple back then because of all the, of course, because of all the Psychics. It was at 3. Teledad wasn't around anymore, so you could have it at 3. Now we have it at 1. And his only trap was Psychic Overlord. Basically, you select 3 Psychic type monsters in your deck, return them to the deck, and draw 2 cards. Basically, it was a trap version of Pot of Avarice for Psychic, so it was very, very cool. So that's it for the deck, you guys. There's 41 cards. To the extra deck, the 2 Ultimate Axon Kicker. These come out via Miracle Synchro Fusion. Basically, you get a synchro type tuner monster plus a psychic type monster. It can be special summoned. Its card cannot be destroyed by card effects during battle between this attacking card and defense position. Monster whose defense is lower than that. Basically, you do trample. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you gain life points equal to the destroyed monster's attack. So it has a Thought Ruler Archfiend effect, which I think is cool. We got 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend, fantastic card, can't be targeted. 1 Life Transfer, you use it for the Miracle Synchro Fusion. Black Rose, very easy to make. Gaia, solid 6 that you just get over stuff. He said one of the All-Stars was Naturia Barkion, of course, negating traps. You do have all the Earths in the deck, so you are able to make Naturia Beast and Naturia Barkion quite easily. 1 Psychic Nightmare, this card is just another 6 that Psychics use. You can pick 1 random card in your opponent's hand, call what type of card it is. If you call it right, this card gains 1,000 attack until your opponent's end phase. So basically, like, if decks search, you just kind of know what it is. So pretty cool if it does come up. 1 Magical Android, another card from Miracle Synchron Fusion. Naturia Beast, of course, like I said, just a fantastic card. Beast and Barkion were just absolutely broken back in the day. They still are, but even more so back then. 1 Allied Justice Catastor, you can just get rid of anything that's, that's not dark. And then for the Synchros, 1 Leviathan, 1 Soul of Silver Mountain, and 1 Zenmain. So that was for the extra deck. His side deck, he said, needed a lot of work, but I'll go over it anyway. It was 2 Cyber Dragons, 1 Kinetic Soldier. The Cyber Dragons and the Chimera Attack were for any like gear or any kind of like machine decks. Kinetic Soldier was for heroes, samurais, whatever was going on back then. It was definitely for heroes. 1 Max C, windups. MST, versatile removal. Needle Sealing was a fantastic card. People were starting to catch on to the card as a one card out to wind up's whole field. You basically just blow out their field with that card, so that was really cool. Crevice of the Different Dimension. I guess this was for Frog Monarchs because of, he said his worst matchup was Monarchs, and back then they played Treeborn Frog. So basically you hit the Treeborn Frog and something else in the grave, and that was pretty cool. 3 Decree, obviously you don't play any traps, so just stopping traps is really good. And the Gozen match is good against Rabbit, good against other decks, so it was really cool. So yeah, that is it, you guys. That is Jeff Jones 2012. He got 2nd place at YCS Toronto. Grandsoil Psychic deck profile. This deck has not seen the light of day since he topped with the deck. I don't think anyone else has had any success with the deck. It's a deck that he built himself. A lot of people, I'm sure, have tried to innovate it over the years, yet I haven't really seen anything. I did have a friend that actually did try to play this deck when I was in school. He used to play this deck for fun and would try to make it work. It's really cool. If you like its Psychics, if you like Grandsoil, it's just a really, really cool deck. Could it ever compete in this meta? I honestly don't know. I don't think so, but I feel like back then this was just a real surprise factor. And I think a lot of people tried to play this deck after Jeff did and had no success because kind of similar to Angel Flores, when Jeff builds a deck, he builds it to his liking and to what works for him. So if you were just trying to net deck and you didn't know what the cards did and you thought you would just learn as you go along, you were wrong. So it's pretty crazy. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button. 50 plus likes would be awesome for the next episode. Suggest more decks, you guys. What decks do you guys want to see? Like I said, this is an updated version of back in the day, so we're able to talk about pretty much anything. It could even be as fresh as last week. week with Cosmos look like 3 Dark Destroyers or whatever. So, I mean, we can really just talk about anything. I really enjoy this segment, and I hope you guys do too. I got a lot of replays, you guys. I have so many replays. Like, my email is backed up with replays, which is crazy. You guys are awesome. I'll definitely be getting those to you as well. Just got a lot going on, but I still got time for videos, so when I get the chance, I'll upload them. I'll also talk about regionals. I was only able to get a couple deck profiles. I was only going there to play for fun. I already qualified at Nationals for next year's Nationals, so I kind of fucked around, to be honest. But probably next regionals will take a little more serious. I don't know. I had a crazy story, too, like about how I ended up getting there. It was insane, but I'll share that in another video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. If you did, smash that like button. 50 plus likes would be awesome. Suggest more decks, and we'll bring them here on this series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.